as it is a saga.
I need a lighter for this one.
Watch how it unfolds.
This saga is legendary.
Here we go.
This
This is the true story of Wild
Oh, you're
Bill.
killing it.
Yeah. Takes a little bit out of me to tell this story. This is a good story.
Is it
There's
gonna be
food
acted
with chown
out?
down on
Alright.
the rice, like, I'm hungry.
Alright, so listen up. Wild Bill, right? If you ask different people will tell you why. Some people say, like you said,
Yeah,
he looks like his mother raped a buffalo, or was raped by a buffalo, excuse me.
Very mysterious.
Some people will say because he likes guys. I heard one story, well, you know, a lot of people say because he gets drunk and hits on fat chicks, right?
Hip.
He's wild.
Yeah, he is. And that makes sense because he is crazy like that. I heard one story. I don't remember who it was from. This was a while back when we were at CMT. That one time he was at a rodeo and he hooked up with a rodeo clown. That was a guy. That's one. And I don't know. Like I could kind of see it, but I don't really believe that. But I'll tell you why this happened. All right, you know, I saw it with my own eyes.
So good.
And I try to forget.
Like to order pizza.
Sometimes I try to forget, but this is burned in my mind. So this was right when I checked in. Wild Bill checked, and Culverson checked in like a couple weeks before me and Smash. Me and Smash check in. This is like a week or two right before the barracks went dry. So a couple of us are kicking it in my room. We're drinking. I hadn't been drinking because I had driven people to the store to get more beer, and then we went to get food. So I hadn't been drinking yet. So I was completely sober. Now Wild Bill, on the other hand, Culverson was like wasted. He was getting rowdy as fuck.
Is he Wild Bill yet?
No, not yet. He was just Culverson, right? And so we're chilling in my room trying to watch a movie. He's just being loud, like I said, rowdy as fuck. Now, like 1 minute he's there and I'm like trying to calm him down, and then a couple minutes later I was watching the movie, I spaced out, and I'm like, wait a minute, where'd Culverson go? And everyone's like, I don't know. Where's Culverson? Obviously he's not here. So I'm like, he was really drunk, so I was like, I just want to make sure he's all right. He probably went back to his room to pass out. I just want to make sure he wasn't puking or anything, you know. So, you know, I live over there on that side of the barracks. He lives on the other side. So I start walking, and I go to turn the corner here to walk through the little breezeway. As soon as I turn the corner, what do I see? Culverson standing in the doorway of the duty hut, wearing nothing but a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and tighty whities. Some like tighty whities at that, right? And I was like, Jesus Christ! I'm like, oh my God. So I turn and I take a couple steps this way, and I couldn't believe it. I turn and I look again. I'm like, oh my God! And he's standing there, and he has a water pistol, and he's like standing there in the doorway, like, hey partner, and he's like yelling at the duty, and he's like squirting him and stuff. And I think it was Ader. Ader was on duty, and I was using our shop, so he wasn't a dick about it. Like I couldn't really hear him. I just heard Culverson yelling like, hey partner, and he was saying some other stupid shit, and you could kind of hear Ader laughing every now and then. But after a minute or two, like I kind of look up, like I take a, I light up a cigarette, and I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I look, for whatever reason, Culverson just starts running full speed at me, and I was like, what the hell, like this way, like, you know, and I was like, what the fuck. And he goes to, run towards my room, and he turns the corner. As he's turning the corner, who's going the opposite way to the duty hut? The fucking SDO, right? No shit, I shit you not. So Culverson's running full speed. This guy's just walking, minding his own business, looking around like, everything's okay here. He turns the corner, they fucking collide, right? Culverson's a beast, right? He's a pretty big, knocks this poor rack right on his ass. His first lieutenant's on the fucking ground, on his ass in the rocks. And he like, he falls back on his ass, and he's like, what the fuck? And Culverson just kind of stumbled back, because he's a beast, and he kind of looks, and he's like, and the SDO looks up at him, and there's his first lieutenant laying on the ground. Culverson looks at him and goes, like, kind of waves his little water pistol at him and goes, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. And the guy couldn't say shit. He was just like, looking around like, what the fuck? And Culverson just turns and like runs off this way full speed. I'm assuming he went back to his room because I didn't see him for the rest of the night. I was standing there like not even 10, 15 feet away, like holy shit, I cannot believe what I just saw, right? So I run over there and I help him up. I'm like, sir, are you all right? And he was like, he couldn't even talk. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what? I'm like, and he's like, who was that? What just happened? Like, who is that? And I'm like, I don't know, sir. I've never seen him before. Like, he must be from upstairs or the other barracks. And like the SDO like kind of runs over to the duty hut and he's like, "Who was that?" And Vader was like, "I don't know, sir. I've never seen him before. He must be from another squadron." And so, you know, after that, you know, the next Monday morning at work, the story kind of spread a little bit, and after that, everyone just started calling him Wild Bill. And that's the
Wild
true story.
Bill.
That's the true story of Wild Bill.
The true story of Wild Bill.
You hear anything else? It's false.
Biography.
The biography. The biography of Wild Bill. You're gonna see it on the History Channel.
So every time you see Wild Bill, I want you to picture that.
I do anyway.
That's the true story right there. No
You're
lie.
saying a little too far.
That is the true story of Wild Bill.
You thought you knew, but you had no idea.
Yeah, you have no
You
idea.
have
That's-
no idea.
This is wild.
And that is the epic journey.
This is the
nay,
biography
the saga.
of Wild Bill.
Nay,
The saga.
the legend
The biography of Wild Bill.
of Wild Bill.